ready? It's the Roundtable with me, Robert Bannon. Well, welcome to the Roundtable, everybody. I'm Robert Bannon, and it's another night of artists talking about art, and I'm so excited about this idea. It's so original. It's so great. It's so much joy. They give looks, they give voice, they give fashion, they give it all, and they're coming right to New York City at Chelsea Table and Stage this week. If you have not been to Chelsea and Table and Stage, you get yourself a little artisan salad, a little flatbread pizza, a little adult beverage, and then after the show, you go upstairs to the rooftop and hang out and see New York. We are talking about Satin Dollz. Allison, Kennedy, and Eve are here. We're going to hear all about it. Up first, producer extraordinaire Allison Windsor. Welcome to the show.
Robert, thank you so much for having us. Can you just be a satin doll with us? You're so fabulous. We love your energy.
Allison, don't even tease me. I mean, I may not look good in a bustier, but I'll do it.
Okay, well, we're just going to have to try this out because I just love your energy. I'm here for it.
Thank you. I so appreciate you. Well, it's a lovely Monday morning, and we're here to talk about a show coming up this week at Chelsea Table and Stage. Can you tell us a little bit of what you're going to see this week? Right, chelseatableandstage.com for tickets.
Absolutely. So this Saturday, our New York division of the Satin Dollz is going to be performing at Chelsea with our 5-piece band led by Daniel Glass, formerly of Brian Setzer, Royal Crown Review. He's there every Monday at Birdland. He's a fabulous band director. And then we're going to have 9 Satin Dolls performing, not just, the typical, one trio. 9 of them, and one of them is actually going to be from our LA division. So we have a special, satin doll coming in, and it's going to be a night of swing and sizzle and sass.
So, oh my gosh, that sounds like a Friday night out with any of us in the middle of Hell's Kitchen or Midtown Manhattan.
Oh,
Saturday night with sizzle and sass. Come on now. So wait, so when did this idea come about, and how long have you been working with the Satin Dollz?
Well, I hate to say how long I've been working with the Satin Dollz because it really ages me, but that's okay. We're empowered in our age, right? So I started the Satin Dollz 18 years ago in Los Angeles in 2005.
You were 22 years old. You're 22 years old now. So
absolutely. Yes.
So you were 4 years old when you started.
Right. See, I knew I loved you, Robert. So yeah, I started in 2005 here with just 8 Satin Dolls to start. And it has now grown from 2005 and 8 dolls in LA to 4 countries, 6 cities, and 90 Satin Dolls. Yeah.
Well, you can follow Satin Dollz with the Z on Instagram, and you could go to the Dollz with the Z.com for information. And before we bring the other Satin Dolls out, you could stream the album Pin Up Revolution introducing the Satin Dollz wherever music is heard. If you want to dip your toe into the pond of the Satin Dollz and what you're going to experience. Can you tell us who you brought with us for today?
Yes, absolutely. So these are my main Satin Dolls in New York who run everything for this division. They are pinup powerhouses. It's Kennedy and Eve.
Hi, Kennedy and Eve. Woo! Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, I'm so excited to talk to you all. You're so beautiful. All 3 of you are so beautiful. Eve, I haven't seen this many beautiful women on my screen since birth. So Eve, can you tell us when you got started with the Satin Dollz and what is it like to be a part of this troupe?
Yeah, absolutely. So I joined back in 2020, literally right before COVID happened. Kennedy and I joined the same time. We auditioned together. And so we joined in like February of 2020. And then of course the shutdown happened. So we were with the dolls all through the pandemic on Zoom, rehearsing, doing StreamYard performances. And then Kennedy and I both coincidentally moved to New York City in 2021 and got to help be a part of beginning the New York division, which was such a special thing. And it's a wonderful, wonderful group to be a part of. I love it's like such a sisterhood. Like there have been so many times where I'm like, hey, I don't know how to do this thing. Can you guys help me? Like Kennedy literally showed me how to use this one like acting website. Like walked me through how to use the whole thing, like gave me the breakdown of all of it, because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Can you help? I just know that I can always turn to every single one of them if I need something. And like, it's the best feeling.
That's beautiful. The empowerment and this family that you've built, Allison, is really something so special. I'm sure it is more than you could have ever imagined it to be.
Robert, it's like you're right inside my head. That is absolutely correct. When I started this way back when I was 4 years old, it was just I was doing it to make money so that I could produce plays that I could be in LA. But once I started it sort of organically evolved into what Eve is talking about, this sisterhood. But it was really for performance to begin with. But this, group of women around the same age who, were trying to make their way in Los Angeles with their outside, endeavors with art and acting and singing. And it just kind of became this nucleus of women that, yes, we performed together and we spent many hours together and traveling together. So you can't help but have these bonds. And I think it really hit me the most when in 2010, we had the group for about 5 years. We found ourselves overseas with a group called the Jive Aces, and we were performing and touring in England. And I was in the van and I was looking outside the countryside, and it just hit me. I thought, how did I get here? How is it that now I think I've got dolls in Italy, I've got dolls in Paris, I've got dolls in London, New York, LA, and then Des Moines randomly, but but that was another doll who moved to Iowa during the pandemic, and she said, I would love to start a Satin Dollz here. And that's how New York happened. Eve, got to New York and said, there's these other trios that are available and there's other opportunities, but I just wouldn't feel at home, and I really just want to extend what we do, because what we do is so special and so fierce. And so that's how it was born.
Yes, come on. We need we need the dolls in New York. Kennedy, tell us a little bit, if you don't mind. Kennedy, where are you from originally?
I kind of bounced around, but home to me is mainly Indiana.
Okay.
And then I moved after college, New York City a little bit, and then I moved to LA for a little while, and that's where I joined the Dolls.
So, gotcha. So, Kennedy, you Midwest good
Yes.
girl, now up there giving your best satin doll realness.
Yes.
Tell us, when we buy our tickets and we come to Chelsea Table and Stage and we grab ourselves an old fashioned or a Cosmo or a martini or your drink of choice, what are we in for? What is an evening with the Satin Dolls like?
Ooh, vintage vibes, some really tight harmonies, some good, incredible jazz stylings, some great vocals, great looks. We're serving looks, a good red lip, just a good night.
It sounds like a really fun evening. Eve, is the music songs that we know? Are there songs that we're going to snap along and sing along to, and you're going to give us fun get up and boogie vibes? And are you going to give us some serious moments as well? You're going to give us the whole rainbow of emotion?
Oh, absolutely. The really cool thing about this show is it's a little bit of everything that we do. So there's like some very 1940s traditional USO vibes. There's a little tiki, and then some sizzle jazz, some rockabilly. And another really fun, really special, unique thing about the Dolls is I always describe us as the Andrews Sisters with soul. So you're getting the Andrews Sisters, but you're also getting the pop soul thrown in there too.
Sold, done. It's like you've taken a style that we all know and love from a time and modernized it and made it modern and fit into for everybody. So no matter how old you are, no matter where you are from, no matter what you're doing in New York City, you can find some joy in this show. Kennedy, when you are getting together, you're girls from all over the place. You perform all over the time. How do you logistically learn your harmonies, learn your blocking, learn your choreography, and be thrown up there on Saturday when some of you don't work together all the time, or you're in different places and then come together for this show? How does it work?
Good question. Usually we all perform, like all of us in New York, we're mainly based in New York, and we have rehearsals every Monday. But for this show in particular, luckily the girl who's coming from LA, she She is our vocal captain. She knows what she's doing.
Yes.
So I'm not, yeah, but she can really just jump in here and to wing it if she wants. But yeah, rehearsals every Monday, and everyone does take their own time at home, learning their own part, like through a little audio thing.
Absolutely. Well, Allison, my question as I'm listening to everyone speak and their energy and how beautiful of a group you all are is harmony scares the bejesus out of me as a performer.
Me too.
So God bless you all because I give you so much credit. Secondly, Allison, as someone who has been on the cabaret stages of New York and LA and et cetera myself, you've turned this into a business and you're paying these ladies and you're putting out albums and you're doing work around the world. Kudos to you, because to do this as a business is a very daunting listen. No one's making millions of dollars in the cabaret scene, everybody.
No, and we aren't either. So don't.
I know.
No, we aren't. We truly do it for the love of it, and I think
Yeah.
it's a real opportunity for these women to have self-expression, but in a very glamorous way. No matter what division you see and what city or country you're in, there's going to be a lot of the same material, but it will be interpreted in their own way, in their own culture, which is a lot of fun. And sometimes with different divisions, there's different songs that are like, for instance, we have some French songs, Italian songs, and each division has their own personality too, which is so great. So we certainly aren't doing it for the money, we're doing it for the love and the passion, the self-expression, and as dolls progress within our groups, our divisions, it's a very collaborative environment. So we will have Satin Dollz come and have songs that they really want to do and come with arrangements, and they'll work on it together. And so if you're in the Satin Dollz long enough, you will begin to have a show that's really tailored around you, which is a wonderful way to have your own identity, your uniqueness, and celebrate each doll's talent, but also within a frame of the glamour of the 40s and 50s.
Well, I'm sitting in New Jersey Performing Arts Center in Newark, New Jersey, where we have a group of 30 young musical theater students who are doing harmony singing and choreography and vocal singing. And for them, I'm going to show them this chat after this, because to see the sisterhood and how you work together, and it's not a competition, and everyone has a place to shine, and everyone has a moment, and that you can be performers and be graceful and grateful and collaborate without who's got the most. That's the lesson of the day for me.
It really is. It would not work with 90 women at each other's throats.
Yes.
And I tell dolls as we bring them in, that's one of the first things I say is that, we sit them down and we say, this is a place of support and community, and this is a place where you can really express yourselves and collaborate and have a good time. Leave all of that at the door. There's plenty of competition outside the door. This is not the place for it. This is going to be a positive, supportive experience for everybody involved. And it genuinely is like that. It really is. I mean, of course, some people are going to have some tough days, and we're going to person and support them and lift them up, but then we're going to get to work.
Yes. Well, everybody watching right now, you can go to thesatindolls.com to find out more information, because they're not just in New York. They're literally, if I looked at their routing, they're all around the world. You can go to Satin Dollz on Instagram. And if you're in New York City this Saturday night and you're looking for a fun night out, go to chelseatableandstage.com. And I can't wait to see you all, because, all right, Allison, I'm going to go home and work on my shimmy. I'm going to
Okay. Bring your stilettos.
I'm going to need to find a good waxer, though, because I'm just saying. All right, listen, everybody, I'll see you Saturday. Allison, Kennedy, and Eve, congratulations. All the best. And thank you for sharing this afternoon with us. We're so excited to see all that the dolls have in store for us.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. It's a real pleasure.
To
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you all.